Ho 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 ho! Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Honkai Star Rail lovers! Welcome back. A little different than usual today. I'm not without energy because instead of doing this at 5 or 6 a.m., I'm instead doing it at 2 a.m. A little earlier than usual today, now aren't we? Either way, we are here to react to Keeping Up with the Star Rail for Yunli. So this is where I believe, I hope, excuse me, not that. Albert goes over the character, we see their kit, and we make some observations about them. Now, this is where these usually come out a little bit before the character comes out. And I'll be honest, with everything else going on right now, I don't know when Yunli's coming out, but it should be pretty soon. Now, there's a couple of things we have to discuss. Number one, I really hope, I mean, I know I didn't miss it yet, but I really hope I don't miss Jade's rolling. I'm going to try and do a 10, maybe 20 shot for her because she is insanity, at least for pure fiction, which I desperately need. But this isn't about her, this is about Yunli. When I first saw the title for this video, Yunli Barefoot versus Shoes, I didn't register that this was from the official Honkai Star Rail channel. And this is just, again, one thing that I think is great about HOYO, and more specifically about Star Rail. Even though I do rate Genshin the lowest, and there's a lot of comments about Genshin, especially with my newest video where I rant about how the game could be better, and people don't seem to agree. Um, Even though, like, Genshin is the least, I think HOYO is a great developer for the most part. They're definitely up there, especially for Star Rail. I want to kiss Star Rail on the mouth, but because Zenless is out, because there's a league pass out, there's an event in this game and that game and everything, I haven't been able to give Star Rail the love that it so deserves. But that's why we're here today. We're here to react, and we're also here to talk about Yunli. So again, the whole barefoot versus shoes thing, Hoyo knows what they're doing. After they showed Grace in Zenless, and if you don't know Grace, she's basically a character who has her fucking grippers out. Like they really just go insane with the fan service, let's call it that. Like they shove her bare feet right in your face because they know a lot of us are sickos and a lot of us like it. Whether I like it or not, I'm not confirming or denying that. But either way, Yunli is kind of in a similar boat. She has her grippers out. And the fact that the HOYO team for each of their games, for the most part, knows this really plays into the fact that this is why Star Rail is getting a fake collab. Now, obviously, people are learning from Fortnite. People are figuring out, hey, if we collab with popular things that coincide, or sometimes that don't coincide, but most of the time do, they're gonna make a lot more fucking money. I guarantee you this fake collab, if it's done correctly, if it's not just skins, if it's actual characters, this shit is going to go stupid mode. But we're not gonna know that until 2025. Late 2025 from what I heard too. But again, we're here about Yunli. So the fact that she's barefoot and Hoyo knows that we like it, some of us, not all of us, is really, really great to be. They're in touch with the culture, which is really good. So now to the actual meat and potatoes of the video. Now back to the routine of what I do with these. What do I feel about Yunli? So I know her kid a little bit because I saw the special program preview. Um, I really think she's putting Clara to shame. It's a real sad thing. I think Clara was always secret like sleeper pretty good. I think at this point, from what I've seen, obviously I don't know the full extent here, but from what I've seen, Yoon Lee basically seems like a better Clara. She taunts the enemy. She does a counterattack if she gets hit. It's like, what more could you want? She's definitely gonna be better Clara. So I believe that's the case. Let's confirm to find out. But before we do that, let's go through the checklist. So I like to judge these characters based on a couple of myriad of things. Number one, are they hot? Slash, do they look good? Do I like their aesthetic? Yunli, she's whatever. I like her sword. I might be spoiling something from what I said before, but I like the fact that she doesn't wear shoes. I think that's kind of nice. But adds to her character. But I really like her big sword, and I really like her. Well, actually, this is going into a different topic. But number two, is she good? Is she meta? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like we're getting a lot of destructions now. I don't know what it is because we just had Firefly very recently. Obviously now it's Jade. She's not a destruction, but we're going back to destruction, and it's like, wow. So obviously she's not fire, even though she really looks like she could be, but she's going to be physical destruction, which again, Clara. So RIP to that. But in terms of meta, I really don't know where she's going to land, and I really hope she's not too good. And if she's not too good, I'm actually going to be happy. But before I say why, even though people could probably guess, we're going to go to the third aspect here, which is her lore. She's a part of Zhangzhou. I'm not in love with Zhangzhou. I think it's alright. I think it's okay. So it's whatever. She's kind of falling in that aspect, at least for me. So in total, do I like her look? Yeah. Is she meta / do I like her gameplay? It's whatever, and we'll have to see if she's meta. And do I like her lore? It's whatever. So overall, I'm not too attached to her. Could that change if she's extremely good? Maybe. But so far, I'm not feeling it. And that's a good thing because I want to save up stuff after all my other rollings, especially my Firefly rolling. I definitely want to start keeping up with the reserves, not with the star rail. So either way, let's see if our opinion's going to be changed. Let's see what Albert has to say, and let's get into it.
Introducing today's
Oh,
star,
look
a
at her,
girl known
look
for
at
her
her.
charmingly insensitive nature. She may be young, but she's already experienced the highs and lows of life. Born into a renowned Xianzhou family of swordsmiths, her life took a tragic turn when her father forged a cursed heliobus sword, which resulted in a tragedy that claimed her parents' lives.
Oh, I didn't know this about
with these
her.
drastic
Oh,
life
damn.
changes, she accepted them with
Everyone's
grace
calling her
and
Yang Cheng's
determination,
wife.
dedicating herself to eliminating the cursed
Which
swords
is weird,
and
'cause she's a little
atoning for
girl
her
now.
father's sins. To date, she has
Granted,
successfully
Yang
hunted
Cheng's a little
down
boy, I guess.
312 cursed swords. Despite everything she's been through, she still maintains her
Oh
innocent
my
nature.
god, look at those
She's
dongos.
outspoken, sometimes to a fault, and she loves food, fun, and
Oh.
swords. Introducing the
All those
talented and
things.
radiant young swordmaster, Yunli.
She looks like a dancer,
now,
and her
let's welcome
grippers are
today's
out.
guest, another talented swordmaster,
Yang Sheng. I knew
This
it.
episode
They're
is so
shipping
full of
them. They're
expertise,
shipping
feels
them.
like my presence is hardly needed.
Mr. Albert, you're always so modest. It's an honor for me to assist with
I
commentating
hate
on
Yang
sword
Cheng.
moves, but in terms of hosting, you're absolutely the best.
Oh, he is. I
All
love
youngsters
Albert.
raised by the
Another thing they
Xianzhou
do better than
generals are
Genshin.
just so charming.
You're too kind.
Now let's learn more about Yunli.
Yes, please.
Yunli is a
Let's see.
physical type character following the path of destruction who stands out from the crowd with
So
her
many
massive
destructions,
sword.
man.
Calling
That
it a
sword is
doesn't do
so
it justice.
cool.
It's huge, broad, and heavy.
She has like a
It
little
looks more like
tiara.
a
I
huge
like
chunk of
that.
iron.
Yunli can effortlessly lift 1,000 pounds.
Why does she
Her
have
strength
painted
is
nails?
definitely impressive.
Her
But
strength is
when it comes to sword
doesn't make
fighting,
sense.
it's not just about brute strength.
When using her basic attack, Yunli moves with
That
her
is
sword,
crazy.
dealing physical
She
damage
just
based on her
slams you
attack
with
to
it.
the target enemy.
My god.
When using her skill, Yunli charges her sword and throws it with great force, restoring a portion of her
She
HP
literally
based on her
chucks
attack
it at you.
and deals a heavy blow, causing physical damage to the target and adjacent enemies based on her attack.
Crazy. So far she's
This
pretty
sword can also
normal.
be used as a boomerang.
Any normal person wouldn't, nor would a typical sword master.
But she's not normal.
But
She got them
considering
grippers out.
old
Look at
metal is
that shit.
sacrificing speed for inertia,
He
it's
missed.
a valid strategy, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, metal?
She's a
The
gorilla.
giant sword's name.
That's pretty appropriate. Thanks to Yunli's talent, she regenerates energy after getting hit and counters immediately. She
Crazy.
swings old metal to hit
Crazy.
the attacker and adjacent enemies, dealing
Oh
physical
my
damage based on her
God.
attack. That's what I call payback.
Yunli doesn't hold grudges.
So basically
She's
her
quick
shit's
to
better
resolve
than
things.
Clara, because Clara only gets that when she ults,
What
I
I mean
believe.
is, she's all about settling the score right away.
You got that right.
God.
When Yunli uses her
Oh,
ultimate,
shit.
Yunli feigns retreat to gain parry. This taunts all enemies until the end of the next unit's turn.
And she gets crit
Seems like this
damage.
battle-ready
Good
stance is more
lord.
powerful than the defensive one just now.
Exactly. When Yunli
Look at the
is
way
in a
she's
parry
carrying
state
that. It's
and
like
is
guts
attacked,
almost.
She removes parry and counters with
Oh
Intuit Calm.
my god.
This not only deals physical damage to the enemy and adjacent targets based on her attack, but also hits a random enemy multiple times with physical damage
What?
based on her attack.
Oh my god, you just build a straight
If
attack.
Yunli isn't attacked during the parry state, she will use Intuit Slash on the enemy when the parry state ends. Intuit Slash deals physical damage to a random enemy and their adjacent targets based on her attack.
Based
Both
on her
Intuit
attack.
Pull and Intuit Slash are considered as ultimate damage.
Oh.
Yunli is great at using old metal's weight
She's
to turn
pretty,
defense
like,
into offense. This is
simple.
completely opposite to my style of using a
shocked.
light sword.
You two have such distinct
Yeah, she really,
approaches
like,
to
she
sword
really is the
fighting.
exact opposite
Now,
of him.
I'm
Holy
really
shit.
curious. If you two dueled for a few rounds, who
Who
would win?
wins? Yeah.
Obviously me.
I think he would too,
we can
honestly.
say for sure until we get in the ring.
Ooh, he's scared. He's scared.
Not taking the bait, huh?
Ooh.
After unlocking a specific trace, while Yunli is in the parry state, she can reduce incoming damage by a certain percentage and resist crowd control debuffs.
Crazy.
If you're serious about practicing defensive counters, then you need to be as prepared as Yunli.
Oh.
After Yunli,
So I wonder if she could do the attack twice,
she
because she has
gains
two
ward
little
for
like
a certain
things,
duration.
the little like
If she's attacked
indicators.
or actively attacks during this period, she will instantly use Intuit Call on a random enemy with boosted damage.
Oh my
I read about this
god!
move
It looks
in a
like she's
book.
cleaving
It
the
focuses
earth.
on countering rather than speed.
That sword is way too heavy. I'm not surprised it can't move quickly.
I once suggested she lighten her sword a bit. She told me I didn't appreciate the sword's personality.
Wow.
So she said she was going to rescue the swords in my collection.
Wow!
In
What the
conclusion,
hell? She's
as a character
crazy.
following the path of destruction, Yunli's core mechanic lies in her 3 counterattacks. Her talent counter, Intuit Slash, and Intuit Call.
But they literally zoom in on her
The last
grippers. This
the
is
strongest of
insane.
the 3, so it makes sense in real combat situations to ensure Yunli is attacked before her ultimate's parry state ends, in order to trigger Intuit Call and enhance her team's
Look at that
overall
shit.
damage.
Wait, enhance her team's damage. Wait, did
Now
I
to
miss
stop
that
into some
part?
real combat to gain a deeper understanding of how to trigger Intuit Call.
Look at that gorilla.
Malefic
He's
Ape
ready.
strikes first, targeting Yunli. She immediately counters, fully charging her ultimate's energy. Note that our
Wow.
allies and then the enemy will take their actions first. Although Yunli is ready to use her ultimate, its timing will significantly impact its damage output.
Okay.
If Yunli immediately uses her ultimate and enters the parry state with an ally acting next, Yunli will trigger into its slash. Even though 2 enemies take a heavy hit, they still manage to stand their ground.
Wow, she sucks.
If Yunli bides her time and waits for the Trailblazer to use their skill and attack Malefic Ape, she can time her ultimate to enter the parry state just before the abundant sprite
Oh, so
Golden
now they're
Hound makes
weak.
a move.
Oh, so they're teaching us how to
Golden
play the
Hound
game
will attack
properly.
Yunli during parry, triggering her devastating Intuit Call. Unable to withstand
So she had the ult
Metal's
again.
ferocity,
Is that like
the
an
Hound
Argenti
is
thing?
first to leave the battlefield. Seeing the tide turn, Malefic Ape decides to strike first. However, Yunli uses her ultimate to parry again. Malefic Ape can't stop in time.
Wait, so
and
she has
attacks
charges
Yunli,
of her
triggering
ult?
Intuit Call
What?
for the 2nd time. Oh, Metal doesn't hesitate.
Oh, so I
taking
guess you
Malefic
have
Ape out of
different
the
charges
game
of your ult.
immediately.
Wait, oh shit. Maybe
Word
I'm
of
wrong.
advice, when you're out and about, don't provoke any sword masters, especially little ones who don't wear any shoes.
Ha!
As long
Yo,
as
they
I'm
mentioned
around,
it. They
he'll be
mentioned
perfectly
it.
safe.
Yo, Yang Ching's a
Now that's
pussy. I don't
reassuring.
know.
You know, if
He's
you
a
two took
standard.
on an
He can't
apprentice,
compete
I bet
with
one of
this.
you would train him hard, while the other would look after them, right?
When it comes to mentoring, I'm actually really worried.
Oh, because they're
Or
mentoring March
Yunli is gonna be
7.
Too hard on them.
My main worry is that our training styles clash.
They do.
Clash? How so?
Yunli wants the apprentice to do 50 sets of strength exercises
Oh,
and run
nah.
3 miles every day.
I do more than
I
that,
prefer
believe it or
10
not.
sets of strength exercises and 15 miles of cardio.
Oh,
Neither of us can
no!
convince the other.
He's
Our apprentice is
crazy!
arriving soon, and we haven't finalized our training plan.
So you both
They're
like
talking
to train,
about
huh?
March. They're making it lore
Well,
accurate.
Why not meet halfway and combine your training techniques?
Ah, yes.
Mr. Albert, you're absolutely right.
That's why he's paid the big
We'll get the
bucks.
apprentice to do 50 sets of strength exercises
Oh, nah.
and run 15 miles every day.
Oh, nah. Albert
That poor
fucked it.
apprentice really has it rough.
Oh, nah. March is gonna have to do all that. Oh, no. Okay. Well, there's everything with Yunli. I'm gonna be honest, not much has changed. She's a little better than I thought. I knew there was some bells and whistles that I didn't know about. There's a little bit more to her lore, but in general, my whole opinion is pretty much the same. Not much has honestly changed. I still think she's whatever. I think she's alright. I don't really need, you know, at this point in time, and I'm gonna keep probably saying this for a little bit, my account is pretty much set up. I have Acheron, I have Jingliu, I have Kafka, Black Swan. You know, I've been around the block since the game has come out. At this point, I have the people I need to clear content, except Jade. For now. But, you know, she'd be a okay addition, but I kind of just... It's really sad she's better Clara. But, you know, at this point, do I need her? No. Do I need anyone? No. Do I like her enough to really roll for her? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to go crazy for her. I think it's going to be another saving one. Again, unless she's absolutely busted as shit, which obviously they're going to tailor the MOC for her. They might tailor that Divergent for her, maybe. Who knows? Because they always like to do that shit to really show them off. I'm really not feeling it. I think she's gonna be alright. You know, obviously, you could do anything in the game with anyone, so if you like her, go get her. But so far, and most likely unchanging, my opinion is pretty much gonna be the same. Yeah, I'm not going crazy over her. Either way, that's about it. I hope everyone enjoyed, and you can watch me live at Twitch TV/Technics channel. Eee!